Okay, we're live. Okay, I believe we're live on Facebook, on YouTube, right? Which I believe. Um, all right. Good afternoon from Nigeria here. It should be evening in Dubai. I think Dubai should be 5 p.m. It should be 1 p.m. in UK, and if you're in the US, good morning in the US. I believe it's about 8 a.m. in US. So good day, good afternoon. Just tell us your name and where you're joining us from. You're welcome to day 3 of the Land Banking Investment Show. Right. So tell us your name and where you're chatting us from, where you're joining us from, whether you're on Facebook, whether you're on YouTube, on Dr. Stephen Akintayo's YouTube, on GTEx Homes YouTube, Dr. Stephen Akintayo's Facebook. I can see all your comments. So just tell us your name and where you're joining us from. Let me welcome you. So good afternoon again, good morning, good evening, wherever you're joining us from. My name is Farouk Usman. I'm head of product PR, communications, and marketing of GTEx Holdings. I work with Dr. Stephen Akintayo, GMD CEO, GTEx Homes. So just type in, let me see your comments, let me see your name and where you're joining us from. Let me let me welcome you. Wherever you're joining us from, just tell me your name and where you're joining us from. Good afternoon once again. You're welcome to day 3 of the Land Banking Investment Chat, Land Banking Investment Show. So if you missed out on day 1, day 2, you've missed a lot, right? So what I'll be doing, I'll be giving a recap of what we've been able to talk about, the promos we're able to give out, what people have learned about land banking, right? So I'm saying I'm Olatunde Davis Olapade from Ondo City, Nigeria. Good afternoon, Mr. Tunde. How is Ondo? I hope you are bracing up for the elections in 2 days' time. Fantastic. Tell us your name and where you're joining us from, and share this video as much as possible. Right? It's important to share knowledge, because knowledge is something that has to be shared. A lot of people have a lot of half knowledge about real estate. So this is your opportunity to educate them. What are the myths about real estate? What are the myths about land banking? What do you have to know? What are the A, B, and C's about real estate investments? Right. So we've gone. This is a 4-day series, right? We had fantastic day. Dr. Stephen told us a lot. Day 1, day 2, and this is day 3. Yeah, Ondo is good. I believe. I'm in Lagos here, and Lagos is fantastic. Oladimeji Samuel from Ibadan. Hello, Samuel. Fantastic day. So share this video as much as possible. Just keep typing your name and where you're joining us from. It's a fantastic afternoon here in Nigeria, in Lagos State. It's an excellent day for investment, right? So I'll be taking you through the ABCs of land banking, what you've missed out so far, and what you need to know about the promo that we have going on, right? So I'm just going to share my slide. This is 2 or 3. We really need to get from time. Olorun Tobiloba Falana from Mowe. Oh, fantastic, Mr. Toby. Shadi Kwanle from Lagos. Welcome. Right, this is welcome. Okay. I'm going to share my slide. All right. I hope you can all see my slide. If you can see my slides, just comment, I can see your slides. If you can see my slide, let me just see your comments. I can see your slide. Nobody can see my slide. Just type on the comment section, I can see your slide. If you can see my slide, just type, I can see your slide, so we can get going. Again, welcome to Land Banking Investment Day 3, right? This is the 3rd day. I can see my slide, so I can go on. So what are we going to do? I'm going to start from giving a brief recap for those of you that missed day 1 and day 2. If you joined us day 1 or day 2, let me just see your comments. I've watched day 1, I've watched day 2, so I can know some people can relate to what we'll be able to teach. So I'm just going to give a brief recap of what we've learned, right? So on day 1, we started by teaching us on famous real estate quotes. And we started by saying real estate cannot be lost or stolen, nor can it be carried away. Purchase with common sense, paid for in full, managed with reasonable care. It is about the safest investment in the world. That's Franklin D. Roosevelt. That's one of the past US presidents. right? And he told us about real estate. It cannot be lost, cannot be stolen, cannot be carried away. And there's one thing that real estate has. It's called real. Real means that you can touch it, you can see it, right? So there are different forms of investments in the world. But one thing about real estate is that real estate is a form of investment that cannot be carried away. You cannot see someone and say, I bought land here and they stole my land. No, they can't steal your land. Your land is still there. The only thing that you can do is you can transfer ownership. And that is why it's written, manage with reasonable care. That means regardless of the investment that is bought on it, the buildings that is built on it, manage with reasonable care. It's about the safest investment in the world. Quickly, let's go to the next one. 90% of all millionaires become so through owning real estate. More money has been made in real estate than all industrial investments combined. The wise young man, wage earner of today, invests his money in real estate. That's Andrew Carnegie. Quickly, buy on the fringe and wait. Buy land near a growing city. Buy real estate when others want to sell. Hold what you buy, right? Find out where people are going and buy the land before they get there. Again, this is a quick recap of what we taught in day one, right? And we taught us what is land banking, which is really important. Let's refresh our memory. Land banking is among the relative low-risk investment opportunities with potential for high returns. Land banking is one of the oldest real estate investment practices where investors buy small or large quantities, again, small or large quantities of undeveloped land, intending to profit from the resale of land. Land banking can be defined as the practice of buying land as an investment, holding it for future use, and making no specific plans for its investment. So when it comes to land banking, it's putting your money, let's put it in time. What's savings in the bank? You're putting your money in the bank, right? Over a period of time, you want to go and withdraw those savings. But when it comes to land banking, you are putting your savings in the soil. And the good part about putting your savings in the soil is that the soil tends to what? Grow your savings. Right? Dr. Simon will tell you that when you put money in the bank, it's known as shavings because they're actually shaving your investment, using it to profit in a lot of things and giving you mega profit. So you can put $1,000 or 100,000 naira in the bank, and after a month, you get like 4 naira interest. Right? In land banking, it's not done like that. Put that kind of money in land banking, and in a couple of months, a couple of years, that money is going to grow exponentially. Right? So that's what land banking is all about. Quickly, let's say a brief recap. Secret tips about land banking: always buy in bulk. Be ready to live for 5 years minimum. Look out for incoming developments in that area. If you are buying bush, you are buying right. Do not buy with emotions. Get mentorship or guidance. Do a background check or work with real estate company that does so. Take action immediately. The best time to buy was 10 years ago. Right? Okay, Mr. Ajibola says you can see my slide. Thank you very much. Good afternoon once again. This is day 3 of Land Banking Investment Promo Show. Right, Dr. Steven has taught us a lot in the day 1 and day 2. We're doing a quick recap before we go into today's topic. Right, so if you have any questions, just type in your questions, type in your comments, and we can treat that immediately. Right, so we're talking about secret tips about land banking. And one of the myths about land banking is that people always want to make money immediately, and it's called land banking. The word banking means you are saving the land, right? It's not called land flipping. Real estate flipping is quite different, meaning that you buy a property in a couple of maybe a few months, you flip it to make quick cash. But in land banking, you have to be ready to keep your money in the soil, right? So you cannot take a seed and put it inside the ground and expect tomorrow you have a tree. No. So relate this to land banking. So when it comes to land banking, you are putting the seed in the soil, allowing it to germinate and bear fruit before you harvest it. So when it comes to land banking, you have to look at a minimum of 5 years. Some people do 3 years, but come on, the longer you let a tree grow, the sweeter the fruits. Right? We have some perennial crops, right? So you cannot have a crop that you plant and in 2 days you're waiting to pluck out the leaf. You cannot go and harvest a wedu that is not ripe, and later you say your wedu soup is sorry, I like food. That's why I keep using crops and so on and so forth. But it's the same with land banking. You have to ensure that in land banking investment, your money has to mature with the ground. Right? Again, if you are buying bush, you are buying right. All of you saw the picture of, I wish I could get that picture. There's a picture of Ikoyi, right? When you are passing through Ikoyi, you're talking about early 2000s, late 1990s. You see people holding bushmeat, right, in Ikoyi. Come and buy bushmeat. Right? I can say when you're going to your village, you can see someone standing in the middle of the road holding a snake, holding crabs. Right? That's how Ikoyi used to look like. So people that used to buy Ikoyi then, you're like, you are buying bush. Right? The whole of Ikeja was once like that. You are buying bush. However, not doing that, if you are buying bush, you are buying rights. Land banking is a game of time. How long can you keep? How long can you wait? Because land banking is not for people that don't have patience. If you have patience, land banking is the right investment for you. That's why they say if you are buying bush, what you are buying right. Don't buy with emotions. Get mentorship and guidance. Do a background check of the land you want to buy, or work with a real estate company that does so. The secret about real estate companies is that real estate companies take all the risk for you. So let me give a practical example. I've been working with Texans for over 5 years, and there was a property we wanted to buy in Asaba, right? And we did a pre-launch offer for that property. I think we sold it for about 2.5 thereabouts for those that had a pre-launch. And the landowners told us that property had a C of O, right? So after doing our background check, we realized that it was a fake C of O. So we, as a real estate company, we could go back to the family and say, hey, right, give us our money back, or hey, we're not buying this property again. But what did we do? We got another property along that same axis that is even better, that comes with a C of O. Now, look, take yourself as an ordinary, that you don't work with a real estate company, right? You go and buy land on your own. You cannot have the resources that a real estate company will do, because we were buying in bulk. We can buy over 200 acres, right? Over 50 hectares. The kind of resources we can do, the length at which you can go into in making sure that land is genuine, you may not be able to do it, because probably all you have is what? The money for the land, right? So if you know that you don't have the resources to do that background check, or you are not in Nigeria, or you don't want to hire a lawyer, working with real estate eliminates all those, right? These are the secret tips about land banking that made people make money over time in real estate, right? Take action immediately. The best time to buy real estate was 10 years ago. Imagine you bought Ikoyi in year 2000, right? Imagine you bought Ikeja in 1980, right? In 1990s. How much do you think you'll be worth right now? Right. So these are the things we discussed in our previous investments. Right. I can see your comments. If you are getting value, just type I'm getting value, I'm getting value, I'm getting value. Just type I'm getting value, I'm getting value, I'm getting value. Right. So still on our recap, we're talking about how do you know the right location. Location is an essential thing when it comes to land banking. Predicting population flow to an area correctly is a jackpot when it comes to land banking. Here are tips to knowing the right location. The surrounding borders have high population density. There are lots of commercial and industrial activities springing up in the area, like factories, refineries, and seaports. The area is in close proximity to public centers like school, parks, and airports. Experience centers like golf courses, amusement parks, beachfronts, and polo are a plus. So just to further break it down, let's quickly do this, right? So there's always something about when it comes to Lagos, right? We have almost 200,000 people moving into Lagos every month on a monthly basis. 200,000 people moving into Lagos every month. So we are buying in places surrounding Lagos. Those places are ripe for land banking. The way it is, people say there's no land in Lagos anymore. Yes, it's true. Yes, it may not be true, because people that want to go into land banking wants to buy where it's cheaper. But if you buy in surrounding places like Ibadan, like Songwater, like Lagos Ibadan Expressway, and so on and so forth, you are sure that the population overflow will flow towards those areas. That's what it means by surrounding borders with high population density. Just like in Lagos before, when we were moving closer, when Lekki was getting filled up, right, there was Ikoyi. Before you know it, there was Aja, right? There was VGC, there was Aja, there was Ikate, and so on and so forth. There was, what do you call this place, Songotedo, right? Very some people are moving to Ibejuleki. So when you know that you have areas with high population density, the development in the area will fall towards the other parts of investment, right? There are commercial activities. Let's take, for example, Dubai, for example, and Qatar. Qatar hosted the World Cup, but Qatar did not have enough commercial properties for enough commercial properties like hotels and so on and so forth. People coming for the World Cup, but you had Dubai. Dubai was a neighboring town to Qatar. So what happened was that, So what happened was that Dubai started reaping the benefits of Qatar during that World Cup, right? So that's what we are saying when it comes to real estate. I think I deleted that slide. My bad. Sorry. I think that's when it comes to real estate investment as well. Surrounding borders that have high population density, there are a lot of commercial and industrial activities growing up. So when it comes to real estate investment and land banking, you have to think like that as well. right? Yes, development may have not come to this area, but around where I am, there are lots of developments. Over time, people tend to spring and start looking for places closer to that area. I have people that are working in Lagos, and because of how Lagos traffic is, because of the way they've done the Lagos Ibadan Expressway, increase the lanes, there's free little or no traffic. People are coming from Ibadan every day to come and stay in Lagos. As far back in 2006, right? My dad built a house in Ibafo, but I used to live in Lagos. But what they predicted was that Ibafo has the rent in Ibafo is lower at that point in time. People will start coming towards Ibafo and start living in Lagos because of how the cost of rent in Lagos has looked like. And people know towards that area is now springing up, towards the Areko, towards Isheri. Those places are now getting higher because of the activities happening in Lagos. So look for areas that are around a border is around where there's population density, where there are lots of industrial activities, commercial activities, close proximity like schools, parks, and airports. Right? You realize that almost every state, the location of the airport is always farther from town. Why do you think the government is strategically position their airport farther from town? For example, when Ikeja Airport was built, from Ikeja Airport down to town, that place was all bush, right? If you go to Ilorin too, from Airport Road, right, down to town, those places were also bush. If you go to Asaba now, where the airport is towards town, there are little villages they are built, even Kano, even Abuja, right? From Abuja to the main town, which is, let's say Asokoro or Maitama, is as much as 40 minutes, right? So to tell you that intentionally, government parastatals, they build airports that is in areas that need development so that they know that development will move towards the airport. It's not rocket science, it's how cities have developed, right? So if you want to develop a city, build the airport. You want to develop a city, put a seaport. You want to develop a city, create a commercial activity that's going to bring population to that area. In next no time, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years at most, that area is going to be what's highly populated. Right? So these are the secrets of land banking that you need to know. Quickly, we're having a recap. Successful people and their real estate portfolio. We talk about Bill Gates having over 268,000 acres of farmland bought in 2022 for real estate investment. Over the years, Bill Gates have built investments as well as holdings through Cascade Investments. In fact, his primary 66,000 square feet home in Medina, which he bought for nearly $2 million in 1988, is now worth over $130 million. Warren Buffett, according to Forbes in 2022, has a real estate portfolio of over $12.7 billion, and Kanye West in November 2022 was reported to have $160 million in real estate, which includes a 3,888 acre of land that was purchased for $10 million in 2021. That land is currently worth $16 million. Right? Quickly. Then we did a recap of McDonald's, right? People think of McDonald's as a burger restaurant. I actually saw a documentary of McDonald's, and they use what we call a franchise system for those that understand business and so on and so forth. But the secret about this was that McDonald's was going to go bankrupt, right? But you realize that even when they were going to get bankrupt, the only thing that they had that could stand in terms of assets for them was their land, was where McDonald's was. So what they started doing was, when they started expanding, they started buying land where they are going to build the new McDonald's. Then they will now rent it out to people that take the franchise system of McDonald's. Let me just break it down. So for example, my name is Farouk Company, right? And I want to put a Farouk in every city in Lagos. But I don't have the means to manage it. So I can pick someone and can say, hey, this person wants to manage my brand Farouk, because Farouk is very successful as a brand, right? But does not have money to set up. He just wants to take my name. So what I do is that the person wants to expand, let's say in Ikeja now. I buy the property in Ikeja and I lease it out to you that want to make use of Farouk as your company. So what happened was that for every place you see a McDonald's, McDonald's owns that property. So people enter McDonald's, they buy $1, $2 worth of burger, and they go and they think McDonald's is making money from the burger. But actually, at the end of the month, the money for rent, right, that comes to McDonald's as a company, as a whole, is more than the burger that they sell. Right? So that's why we have here on the last line, franchises pay McDonald's a cut of their food sales but a much larger portion of rent in Times Square isn't cheap, but a Big Mac is. Right. So what happened was that you see McDonald's in places that there may not be a lot of population of people in that place, but they understand that the value of real estate is what? Is high. So worst case scenario, McDonald's wants to liquidate. How much do you think a property in Times Square will be when they want to sell it? And that's the beauty of real estate. It's called land banking, when you are buying and holding. If you go back to what we said here, right, one of the real estate quotes, right, buy on the fringe and wait. Buy land near a growing city. Buy real estate when others want to sell. Buy, hold what you buy, right? So these quotes are not just done because you're possibly an motivational speaker, right? These are people that tried and tested what real estate has been. And the last recap that we're having, we have Pastor Adeboye, right, of Redemption Club. And he said, in 1983, the land for Redemption Club in Mowe was purchased. The entire RCCG campsite was over 2,500 hectares. It's owned by RCCG Mission. According to Pastor Enoch Adejare Adeboye, Pastor Adeboye, who became the general overseer in the church in 1981, he bought the campground for just 6,000 naira. I followed this story, and this man was actually supposed to buy the land for 16,000 in Iju, right? But he did not have the money. So they were telling him that, Oga, please borrow some money to buy this land. But he said, no, I'm not going to borrow for this, right? Whether there was a board or something, and he was ready to go against them. I was like, you're going to fire me, there's no problem, right? But I've seen, right, that on this Mowe area, this is the land the Lord has said that I should buy. And he bought it for just 6,000. Yes, we were saying, who is going to come there? What's going to happen? But this man had what? He had vision, right? Of course, over time, he started acquiring more land around those areas that now goes towards Shagam and neighboring city. But currently, right, the land that was worth 6,000 naira in 1983 is now worth over 200 billion naira, right? And that is what the beauty, ladies and gentlemen, of land banking. If you are getting value, right? I'm getting value, I'm getting value, I'm getting value. If you've learned something, say, I've learned something, I've learned something. So who's ready for today's lecture? Who's ready? Right? You're ready, type, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. I'm not going to start until I hear a lot of I'm ready's. If you're ready, type, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Right? I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. I can't see anybody, so I guess we're going to end the show. I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Let me see your comments. I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Shadi says I'm ready. We only have one hungry person here, right? I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. I'm ready, I'm ready. I've learned something. Thank you very much. So share this video as much as possible. Share, share, share. Like, comment. Share to as much people as possible. I'm ready, I'm ready. And if you have people that actually want to buy real estate and you're trying to convince them, tell them to join this live show, right? Because I have a fantastic offer for every one of you here. Fantastic offer for every one of you here. I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Okay. So today we're going to be looking about more people that have invested in real estate, right? And I've been a follower of hip hop, right? And when you have people that you know buy a lot of chains, buy a lot of goods, right? Buy a lot of jewelry, buy a lot of cars, right? And you see these people actually investing in real estate, you just get motivated. Like, if they can do it, then I can do it. Do you understand? Right? So you can build wealth in different aspects and bring the money in real estate, right? Because real estate is meant to build, maintain, right? And create wealth for you. If real estate is not building wealth for you, it should do what? It should maintain wealth for you. If it's not maintaining wealth for you, it's supposed to increase whatever you have, right? So whenever you go into real estate, the very first stage of real estate is through land banking. You want to build wealth through real estate, is through land banking, right? You want to maintain wealth, you can start buying a few properties from here and there. If you now want to grow your wealth through real estate because you have a lot of capital, you can now buy people that are selling at distress sales, right? You can now start going into property flipping. Right, so to build wealth, maintain wealth through real estate, right? And that's why we're having this training for every one of us. So let's go. All right, so we have Recross, right? Everyone who knows Recross. If you know Recross, type I know him, right? If you know Recross, type I know him. You the boss, right? And journey through hip hop, right? I knew Recross as a rapper, but finding out that people like this actually invest, it's quite amazing. So born, right, William Leonard Roberts too was born in Mississippi. He grew up in Carol City in Florida and said he learned much of his business acumen from his mother. When I became a young millionaire for the first time, I went to my mother because she has always been a registered nurse and owned 2 and 3 jobs. She always bought real estate. Again, she has been a registered nurse and worked 2 and 3 jobs, and she always bought real estate. She came from Clarksdale when real estate was a lot cheaper. She would just keep buying houses. And I'll say, Mom, what do you think about the stock market? She would say, Son, I don't really know. I don't really work with the stock market, but I know much about this. I don't know much about it, but I know about real estate. So when you buy something, make sure you can touch it. If you can remember when we were doing a recap today, we are talking about real estate being something that is real, that you can touch, that you can feel, that you can see, that cannot be moved from one place to another, but can be transferred in terms of ownership, right? Again, let me use mine for example, because I lost my father in 2009, right? Then over a period of time, I just went through his personal belongings, and I was seeing stocks that has bought far back as 1990s in First Bank, in GT Bank, in different types of microfinance banks, right? So when I went back, I saw somewhere worth 2,000, 10,000 naira worth of stock, 4,000 naira worth of stock, and that's a lot of money in that period of time, right? But I realized that some of these places he had bought stock in do not exist again. They folded up. In fact, the holdings company that took care of my dad's stock did not exist. The stress we had to do, find another person in the stock market, I'll start tracing where he bought all his stocks from, all his shares from, and so on and so forth, was a war, right? But what if you had put 4,000 naira in 4,000 naira in, let's say, 1993? I'm sure Adeboye bought Mowe 6,000, 2 point something, sorry, over 25 hectares of land, right? I mean, 2,500 hectares of land in Mowe for 6,000 in 1983. In 1994, how much do you think a plot of land in Ikeja will be, right? Quite considerable, maybe like 6,000 naira. Imagine we had a plot of land, 600 square meter, 1,000 square meter in Ikeja. I'll be a big man, right? Let's say I've held that property out now. Currently, you cannot buy a land in GI for anything less than 150 to 200 million naira for one plot. Imagine we have bought this land for 4,000 naira in what? In 1994, right? If you calculate all the old stock that my dad had at that point, I'm very sure it's not up to 100,000 naira at this moment in today's money, right? So that's what Rico's mother said, right? And she told him, I don't really work with stock markets, right? But I know real estate. So when you buy something, make sure it's something that you can touch. Over the past 2 decades, he has purchased several expensive properties in Florida and Georgia. In 2014, Rico's bought a palatial mansion reported to contain 109 bedrooms in Fayetteville, Atlanta, Georgia. He bought it at a rate of $5.8 million. That's about 4.4 billion naira. Talk about business sense. Right? So many of these times you see a lot of artists, a lot of rappers, and you think their money is coming from drugs, coming from music, but actually their money is actually coming from what? From real estate. So not to talk too much, let's hear from Rick Ross himself talk about how he took action in real estate quickly. Minutes. Okay.
Real estate. So everybody knows you got to vend the Holyfields property, deeply discounted. And I believe you just bought another property in Miami from ball player. Would you get it? Amari Stoudemire.
Correct.
But you're buying these properties. So like we teach real estate, it's like, real estate. You get distressed proproperties. Everybody knows you got to vend the Holyfields property. So deeply discounted. How are you getting? I believe you just bought another property in Miami from deep discount. Everything you need to get, you need to get a discount. How would you get evaluating that where it's like, all right, but you're buying these properties. So like we teach real estate, it's like, you get distressed properties, low market value, right? Real estate. So everybody knows you got to vend the Holyfields property, deeply discounted. And I believe you just bought another property in Miami from ball player. Would you get it? Amari Stoudemire.
Correct.
But you're buying these properties. So like we teach real estate, it's like, you get distressed properties, low market value, right? So how are you getting, because you're getting like mansions, but you're getting a deep discount. Everything you need to get on a discount, and how are you evaluating that where it's like, all right, this is the time for me to get this $5 million crib for $3 million. You know what I'm saying?
So really, it's just that's being prepared. As a boss, you could be prepared or you could be ill prepared. Having capital keeps you in a position where you prepared when something presents itself. Somebody in another situation, you could capitalize on it. That's what it's all about. I'm in a position where some shit come across me. 5 minutes later, I'm at the real estate. I'm at the property. I'm meeting with the realtor. The realtor don't know. I know the owner. I'm talking with the realtor. She's a beautiful young lady. She helping me out. I'm looking at the house. 10 minutes later, I told her it's mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she looking like, what do you mean? It's mine, baby.
Spoken like a boss.
She say, so if it's yours, what bank is going to do you loan? Do you want it in the box, baby? It's mine. Thank you. And that's straight up how I go. Keeping your capital, it keep you in a position of power. When something that's worth 10 million come up and they selling it for 4 million, buy it. It's gonna be worth money. I've never lost money with real estate. I never have.
Wow, fantastic. Do you know what I really love about that I don't know whether you guys could hear. If you could hear, just type I could hear. Maybe because of the accent may not be clear enough. But if you could hear what he said, just write I could hear. Right, there are a couple of things I picked out from what he said. And what he said was that when it comes to real estate, you have to be what? You have to be prepared. Right? So prepared in form of that. Ensure you have your capital ready. Right? So when you have an opportunity that presents itself, you're ready to do what? To cash in it. So you have a property that is worth 10 million naira, or 50 million naira, or $100,000, or $50 million. And currently the person is listing it for about 30 or less. Buy it, right? So he was talking about a story whereby someone told him about the property, and he went with the lady, beautiful lady, and he went to that piece of property, right? On getting to that property, he said, it's mine. And she was looking and she was surprised. What do you mean it's yours? I was like, it's mine. And she was like, okay, what mortgage company do you work with? What bank are you going to take a loan? And it was like, really? Do you want the money in cash in a box? Like, it's mine. I mean, it is mine. Right? And I really, really love that video. And he said, whenever you're opportune to see a piece of property that is worth an amount and you're opportune to get it at a lower price, buy it. Right? Buy it. And this is a man that bought an $88 million worth of property on the spot. Right? He bought it on the spot. So when it comes to real estate, just like if you can recap when we're talking about secret tips about real estate, it was evident, right? The best time to buy real estate was 10 years ago. And just like Rick Ross has taught us, I really love that video, right? Buy it. Buy it. So let's just take a quick view of a home. We're talking about the $88 million house that he owns. So let's take a quick view to see how it looks like. This property has 100. quickly, right? So when it comes to real estate, you can see not only did he buy a property, when he actually bought this property, you can see it actually comes with the land. So a lot of people, when they are buying houses, when they go to buy houses that are located in areas that are not really populated, it's intentional. Because not only are they looking at the property that they're buying, they're also looking at the real estate that comes with it, right? They're looking at the real estate that comes with it. Quickly, we're going to look at the next person that we're looking at. So next we have Jay-Z, right? So after welcoming twins in 2017, Jay-Z and Beyonce bought a pair of homes to match, right? A $26 million real estate Hampton mansion and an $88 million Bel Air estate. Jay-Z also owns a Tribeca penthouse snagged for $6.85 million in 2004. Let's talk about the 88 million Bel Air estate. Newly built at that time, the estate comprised of 6 separate structures measuring a total of 30,000 square feet with amenities like spa, wellness facilities, a media room, and a whopping 4 outdoor swimming pools. There are about 8 bedrooms and 11 bathrooms, a 15-car garage, and more than 10,000 square feet of outdoor living spaces. Right. So when these people buy real estate, they are looking at what, apart from the location, what is the size of real estate that comes with it? So take away the building that is there, that of course is magnificent. But what these guys are actually doing is called land banking. It's land banking. Because if you have over 30,000 square feet, right, of properties, 30,000 square feet, that's about over 100,000 square meters of property. What you know that apart from the property that matures, the real estate that comes with it, the land that comes with it is called land banking, right? So let's just take a quick shot of what Jay-Z and Beyonce have in terms of real estate properties, right? Quickly.
Jay-Z, born Sean Corey Carter, is an American rapper, record producer, and entrepreneur who has made a fortune in the music industry. He is also known for his real estate investments, which have been reported to be substantial. However, the exact number of properties he owns is not publicly disclosed. Jay-Z and his wife, Beyonce, have been known to own several high-end properties, including a 12,000 square foot mansion in the Hamptons, a penthouse in New York City, and a villa in Los Angeles. The couple is known for their love of luxury and their preference for lavish homes, which is reflected in the properties they have bought and sold over the years. In 2017, Jay and Beyonce purchased a $26 million mansion in Bel Air, California. The property is a modernist mansion that sits on over an acre of land and boasts stunning views of the city. A spa, an infinity pool, a basketball court, and a state-of-the-art home theater. This purchase was just one of many real estate investments the couple has made over the years. In addition to the residential properties, Jay and Beyonce have also been involved in commercial real estate projects. In 2018, they purchased a building in the Meatpacking District in New York City, which they reportedly plan to convert into a co-working space. The building is said to be worth over $70 million. Jay's real estate investments are a testament to his business savvy and his ability to accumulate wealth through smart investments. He is widely regarded as one of the most successful hip-hop artists of all time, and his real estate portfolio is just one example of the many ways in which he has diversified his wealth. In conclusion, Jay's real estate portfolio is substantial, but the exact number of properties he owns is not publicly disclosed. He and his wife, Beyonce, are known for their love of luxury and their preference for lavish homes, and have been involved in several high-end real estate transactions over the years.
Wow, fascinating. I know some people write couple goals or God when. Right? So basically, the nutshell is there's no limit to how much investment you can make in real estate. Right? You have a piece of land, buy another one. You have another one, buy another one. You have 2, buy another one. You have 3, buy another one. You have 10 different properties. You keep buying, because real estate is an investment that stands the test of time. So when it comes to land banking, buy as much land as possible because the value will keep going up, and keep increasing. right? So quickly, let me just play one more video and wrap it up.
So all this is yours?
Yeah.
300 acres?
Yes, sir.
And what you gonna do with it?
I'm gonna build 5 properties, so it's my first community. I'm getting into development. Anybody who's ever been to any of my cribs knows I'm super into developing homes. It's just the next frontier for me to develop.
So that's why you designing boots and shit, so you can do the hiking?
Yeah, see, you got the Nike, should have the Yeezy boots.
Man, the Nikes is trash for hiking. But listen, it's crazy though, because you got this whole plan, 300 acres of land, you want to build a community on it. Why does Kanye West don't need nobody? So that goes back to what we was talking about with Trump. Like, you don't need to meet with Trump. You the head of state of your own shit.
Yeah, I feel that. But I love real change.
Fantastic. So you can see when we do a recap of Kanye West having over lots of industries and different kind of wealth built in real estate, right? Before acquiring his 3,888 acres of land in Wyoming, which was practically a farmland, he actually bought 300 acres of property at first, right? So Kanye West, people know him with Yeezys and so on and so forth. He has been controversial in the news. But when it comes to real estate investments, each of these people understand what it means to tie money down with real estate, right? Because real estate is something that cannot be lost, right? It can be transferred. Managed with great care is about the safest investments in the world. Safest type of investment in the world, right? So I believe we've gotten a lot of value. We've gotten value type, I've gotten value, right? And we have more and more coming up, right? So the last part of my slide here, before we go into today's offers and today's properties. Okay. Right. So these are 6 common things people tell themselves on why they've not started investing in land banking. So if you are watching this video now, right, one of these reasons is reason why you've not started investments, right? And if this applies to you, let me see, just comment that this applies to me. Maybe write number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, or number 6, right? So let's get started. I'm scared of being scammed, right? And the solution is buy from reputable real estate company. The reason people get scammed is because you always want to buy from a Omonile at cheap prices. So we're doing a live video this day with, I believe, I think Kate Enshaw. Was it Kate? Or was it, okay, it was real worry picking, right? And Dr. Steven and I was there as well, and worry picking. We're having this live video talking about people investing in land. And she was like, she wanted to invest in real estate, and she bought 6 plots. And the moment she went to that piece of land to start doing something, 3 other people came and said they sold that same land to them, and all of them presented their receipts, right? So if she wants to, she says she's scared of buying real estate now. She's tired. She's not going to investigate because she's scared of being scammed, right? Once bitten, twice shy. But we told her that the reason why this happened was because you did not buy from a reputable real estate company, right? So, for example, a real estate can be selling its property for 6 million. Omonile will say, come and buy at 2 million. And you rush and go and buy at 2 million because Omonile said they are selling at 2 million, right? What you don't realize is that these people don't have the integrity, they don't have the structure, right? And in some cases, there are many. So one family can have about 5 children that owns a land, and each of them will have their own respective buyer, and they will sell, right? Collect money and give receipt in the name of that family, right? So if you're always scared of being scammed, right? Maybe the reason why you've not bought real estate is because you are scared of being scammed. Buy from a reputable real estate company, like us, basically, like GTEX Homes, right? Once you buy from a reputable real estate company, your problem of being scammed has gone, right? So if this applies to you, say number 1 applies to me, number 2 applies to me. Number 2, I need a lot of money to get into real estate, right? So because we're talking about land banking today, you say a lot of people buy a property of $8 million, $6 million, $100 million. You believe that you need a huge bulk of money to get property. But no, the truth is you always need money to buy more real estate. The richer you are, the more expensive real estate company you can afford, right? But the secret is to do what? Always start small, right? So let's go back to Kanye West. You can see at the moment when he was buying a property for about 300 acres of property, it was bare land. Nothing was there. It was practically bush. At that point, Kanye West just left Nike. He's just going to deal with Adidas, right? He's not as rich as he became right now. It was not half of what it's worth. The moment Kanye West got more money, what do? He bought a property of 3,888 acres, right? That's more than times 10 of the property he bought. So let's say Kanye West has said, okay, no, I don't get money, I don't have money, right? I need a lot of money to get into real estate. What will happen is that 300 acres, right, that he should have bought will have gone up. And he'll be less inclined to buy that property of 3,880 acres. Because he bought that property at $10 million, and in about 2 years, he'll put it back on the market. It was worth about $14 million. Currently, that property is worth $16 million, right? So when it comes to real estate, you don't always need a lot of money to get in real estate. Buy what you can afford. Start small, right? Number 3, I'm saving up for my dream location, right? I'm getting value. I'm ready. Okay, I'm saving up for my dream location, right? You may never be able to save up for your dream location. The longer you save, the more the prices go up. Start from what you can afford, like I said. Grow your investments, and you can now buy your dream location. For example, now, an average house in Banana Island, right, for rent, an average house in Banana Island for rent is about 25 to 30 million naira. That's for rent. You want to buy a property in Banana Island, you're looking at between 500 to about 700, 800, 900 million, depending on the price of that property. That's where you're buying a house. And the land sells for about 1.1 to 1.4 million per square meter, right? Per square meter. Give me a minute. Jamie, please send the login to Dr. Steven so you can join us here. Right. So that's the third myth about real estate. Right. I'm saving up for my dream location, but that's not the truth. You have to start from what you can afford, draw your investment, and you can buy your own dream location. Right. Number 4, I know nothing about real estate. Solution: talk to a wealth advisor, get a mentor, or attend trainings. And that's why we've been doing this webinar for 4 days now. Today is day 3. I'm sure a lot of people have gotten value about real estate. I know nothing about real estate. Talk to a wealth advisor. We have a lot of wealth advisors in real estate in GTX homes. I can tell you, with your 2 million, this is what you can do. With your 5 million, this is what you can do. Right? With 10 million, this is what you can do. Okay, I need a place that will mature in the next 5 to 10 years. This is what you can buy. Right? Or get a mentor. We have a lot of mentors. We have Dr. Steven Akinta. He can mentor you. You can pay for his mentorship, his coaching program, join Civic Universities, or attend trainings like this, attend webinars like this to get more trainings, more involvement, more knowledge about real estate. Number 5, additional fees in real estate are too high, and that's why I haven't started. So I was talking to a client about a few weeks back, right? He wanted to purchase a property worth 20 million naira. That was a plot of land, and we told him the additional fees were about 7 million, and he said, Farouk, right, this 20 million is all I've saved up. Right, I cannot pay for development fee. I cannot pay for documentation because basically I want to keep this land for land banking. But I explained to him, I tell him that if you don't pay these fees, how will we develop the property? How will this property do what? How will it grow? Right. So there's good news for you. For those of you that are having problems, right, in investment because you don't want to pay for documentation fee and development fee, this webinar is tailored just for you. Right. So we have a special promo and offer that waives off documentation levy and development fees, meaning that a property that is worth 15 million from GTEX, including documentation and development fee, 7 million goes off, and you get to sell it for as little as 8 million naira. Right? Do you understand what this means? Right? And last but not the least, I am not in Nigeria. Solution: we deliver documents anywhere in the world. We allocate physically and virtually, so there's nothing to worry about. True story: 90% of our clients here in GTX are actually in the diaspora. Right, 90% of our clients here in diaspora. So what we do is that whenever you buy a piece of property from us, you pay for documentation fee, you pay for development fee. Right, we send these documents to you anywhere you are in the world, free of charge. Right. We have Dr. Steven. Okay. Right. Anywhere you are in the world, free of charge. Right. So there's nothing to worry about. So these are the 6 common things people tell themselves on why they've not started investing in land banking. So is number 1 applied to you? Type number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, so that we can be sure all of them has been covered. So we're getting value, right? I'm getting value, I'm getting value, I'm getting value. Right. Dr. Steven, good day, sir. We have Dr. Steven Akintara here. Okay, let's proceed. All right, so let's go to the next slide. All right, so what are the things that make us unique? Yeah, we deliver documents to you anywhere in the world, you covered in the last slide. We are green and smart housing developers, right? We have 24/7 customer service management system, whereby you call us 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., there's someone behind the call to pick it up for you, right? You send an email to you, you get an email notification, we reply you as soon as possible. You pay for your land, we send a receipt to you almost immediately, right? Within 30 to 1 hour, you get your receipt sent to you back to your email as
Hello,
soon as
can
possible.
you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you, sir. Yeah, but they can't see you. Should I bring you up?
For whatever reason, I'm not able to hear.
Oh, okay. I can hear you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Perfect. Yeah, with me, sir.
Farouk, I can't hear you, but I'm okay since you can hear me. So one of the things I want to say is about land banking today. I just want to share a few thoughts. I'm currently in Dubai, and I just want to show you we're living the old Dubai, we're going to like where you call new Dubai. What has made Dubai to work? And this is what you need to understand about land banking. Once there's good road, right, infrastructure, any developer promising you good infrastructure, you need to go and start buying their properties. Okay? Then iconic buildings and projects. So right now we're going down to Burj Khalifa. You can see the picture of Burj Khalifa down there. Now everybody who builds property around Burj Khalifa, and even those. This is Benghazi. I think we saw part of this building. Or this was the building. I did don't buy this. Remember, it's finally ready. But one of the things Benghazi is using to sell this iconic building is that from this building you can be seeing Burj Khalifa. So in land banking, when you consider, and that's why again we talk about infrastructure and all our estate. We talk about golf course, hotel, polo, because these are the things that enhances the value of the property that you're buying, and it gets the value to go way, way up. Honestly, many people will regret not investing with us years to come. Big time regret, because when you start seeing the worth and the value of some of the estates you used to know us begging you to buy years ago and you rejected them, when you start seeing the new value, you say, why didn't I listen? Why didn't I buy? I even right now we have people who knew me 4 years ago when some of our estates were still small and refused to invest. Today they are telling me they have so much regret because those properties are, if I mean, whatever you say is gone way up, way up. The value is gone up. The development has catch up with it. And Nigeria is the future, guys. The US did not decide to start giving us 5-year visa by mistake, right? We're going to be feeding the world. The population is going to be the labor force for the rest of the world. Don't joke. I know you may not value Nigeria, but the whole world is beginning to think, hey, if we're going to preserve our civilization, our race, Nigeria is the next thing. I'll leave it there. Let me allow Farouk to finish the training. I might come up when he's done as well. I will take questions. But good job, Farouk. Well done.
All right, thank you, sir. All right, fantastic. Right. One of the places I really love to refer in terms of development is Dubai. How Dubai moved from being a desert to a city that everyone wants to become and wants to be right now. Right. How Dubai moved from a tourist place is now a tourist place from a desert. Right. Following Dubai from the early 2000s to now is quite a testament of what development can do in a city and what that development can use to bring a lot of population in terms of investment. Right? People that have invested in Dubai a long time ago understand how the value of land banking has grown over the years. So let's go straight to the offer of the day. This is day 3 of this offer. We gave out an offer on Isheri already. We gave on Sapphire Estate. We gave on Beryl Asaba. We gave an investment offer on White House Atom. And today we have 2 new estates up for grabs, right? 25% discount, documentation fee waiver of 2.5 million naira, and developer fee waiver of 4.5 million naira. All access to all expense paid trip to Israel, access to all expense paid trip to Maldives, offer value for outright payments only, and all expense paid trip for 3 plots and above. Right? So if you're buying 3 plots and above, you automatically qualify from all expense paid trip to Israel and all expense paid trip to Maldives. And for everyone to Israel, you don't want to go to Israel or Maldives, Ramadan is coming very soon, so you can get an all expense paid trip for Hajj to Mecca as well. Right? So the prices are: a property worth 17 million for Sapphire Estate was given for 7.5 million naira, 7 million naira off for documentation and development fee, and an extra 25% discount. So you're getting over 120% discount on this property for 7.5 million naira. Right. So people that are taking advantage, congratulations. We had about 3 people take advantage of the offer we had yesterday. We had about 4 people take advantage of the property worth of the offer 2 days ago. Right. So today we have 2 properties that we're going to discuss. And the first one we're talking about is Beru Golf Estate, Lagos Ibadan Expressway. So quickly, so why Beru? What's fantastic, what's important about Lagos Ibadan Expressway? Lagos Ibadan Expressway is a 127.6 kilometer long expressway connecting Ibadan, the capital of Oyo State, and Lagos, Nigeria's largest city. It's also the major route to the northern, southern, and eastern parts of Nigeria. The expressway is the oldest in Nigeria, commissioned in August 1978 during the military era under the administration of Lieutenant General Olusegun Obasanjo. The expressway is one of the busiest interstate routes in Nigeria and handles more than 250,000 PCUs daily and constitutes one of the largest road networks in Africa. It's part of the Federal Road Maintenance Agency FEMA project concerned with road improvement and connectivity between the states of Nigeria. So you can recollect when we're talking about the things to look out for in land banking, right? Number 1, transportation accessibility is one of the key routes to development in any city, right? So any land that is across Lagos to Ibadan Expressway is a gold mine, right? We're talking about people intentionally placing airports in a long destination in cities, right? In a place that is not developed, waiting for development to make through. Also look at the major roads connecting cities. Those places are going to be a gold mine in the coming years, right? And that's why we have Beru Ibadan, located in Lagos Ibadan Expressway. So apart from the location of that estate, what are the other things that make this place a prime place for location for investments, right? Number 1, we have a golf course on that estate. So it's called Beru Golf Estate, Lagos Ibadan. So not only are the residents going to enjoy different things, but this is going to be a place that is going to be a center of attraction, right? Part of the things that makes land banking appreciate over time has to be recreational activities. And we understand that it's rich people that actually play golf, right? Golf is actually one of the oldest sports in the world. This place is a sport that wealthy people actually play, right? We have the Ikoyi Golf Course in Lagos, in Abuja. We have the IUB Golf Course, and so on and so forth. These are one of the most exclusive clubs that we have in Lagos and Abuja, right? A golf course in Ibadan, in our estate called Burial Golf Estate, of course, is going to bring an additional banking and an additional value in this land. So when it comes to land banking, don't also rely on the location. Look at the facilities that are going to come to this land, right? So that's why we brought this property for you today. This property is one of the best properties that we have here in GTEX, and in the next 3 to 5 years, the value of this property will have grown exponentially for over 200 to 500%. Right? Just like Dr. Steven has said as well, infrastructures in this estate is what brings rapid development. And this is what increases what's the value of whatever land they are going to buy. So when it comes to real estate, when it comes to land banking, look at the facilities, look at the infrastructures that each of these properties are going to bring. Now let's even look at where this land is located. It's just 15 minutes to Challenge bus stop, right? Which is also about same time 17 minutes from Leeds City, Ibadan. It's about 12 minutes from the toll gate, 4 minutes from Test Technical University, Ibadan. It's just adjacent Dominion University. 9 minutes from Foursquare Campground, 11 minutes from McPherson University, and it's just 45 minutes from RCCG Camp. You can remember from our recap, we talked about Pastor Adeboye buying this property for 6,000 naira in the year 1983, right? It's just 45 minutes. Now look at what the value of this land has become, right? And you can see that the distance between this place and the estates they're actually going to buy into is just 45 minutes, which talks about the way the investment and development grows rapidly around our nature is going to be exponential. And the beautiful thing about this place is that it is just on the express, meaning that whenever you are coming from Ibadan or going to Lagos, you are going to see this estate just on your left or on your right, right? This estate is strategically located in a place that is ripe for investment. So when we're talking about investing in real estate properties in land banking, this estate has ticked all the boxes that you need to know, right? And of course, you want to see what layout that we have. As you can see, it's a 3D layout. You can see the golf course just in the middle of the estate. You can see the layout that we have here. We have over 100 acres of land here, right? Fantastic building, strategically positioned, and this is how this estate is going to look like. And what are the features of this estate? It has a golf course and membership for residents, road transportation to your plots, 24/7 electricity, renewable energy, which is solar panels, centralized sewage system that we have about digester that provides cooking gas for residents, no generators in our estate, no smoke, zero noise, luxury service plots. And service plots means that we're providing lights, we're providing water, we're providing road, CCTV cameras, security, and so on and so forth. And it's a green and smart estate, right? Again, the offer for the day for Burial Golf Estate Ibadan, instead of paying 17 million naira, you're just paying 7.5 million naira for a plot, right? This 7.5 million, you don't need to pay documentation and development fee worth 7 million naira. You already have a 25% discount. And when we're talking about land banking, we're saying always buy more, right? So if you can afford to buy 3 plots, why not buy 3 plots and you get an all-expense paid trip to Israel with Dr. Steven and a host of others? You can get all-expense paid trip to Maldives if you want to go for a vacation, and you want to go on holy pilgrimage to Mecca, you can also qualify for that. Although offer valid for outright payments only, and all-expense paid trips for 3 plots and above, right? So if you want to buy Burial, let me just help you, right? I want to buy Burial, whether you have the money or not. If you feel Burial is a fantastic place for investment, let me see you type, it's a fantastic place for investment, I want to buy Burial. Let me see your response. If you think you want to own Burial Estate, fantastic location for land banking, let me hear you say it. It's a fantastic location, it's a fantastic location. All right, so the second location we have for today is in Abuja. Right? I really, really loved Abuja. I spent about 8 months in Abuja. Abuja is a very, very fantastic city. Safe location, less road congestion. People are friendly, serene environment, good lights, good road network. Abuja is beautiful, right? We have emotions. Abuja is where I'm going to live, right? So we have to chase the money. So why Abuja? Abuja is Nigeria's administrative and political capital. It's the key capital on the African continent due to Nigeria's geopolitical influence in regional affairs. According to the United destinations, Abuja grew by 139.7% between 2000 and 2010, making it the fastest growing city in the world. Between 2000 and 2010, right, Abuja grew by 139.7%, making it the fastest growing city in the world. And at 2015, the city is experiencing an annual growth of at least 35%, retaining its position as the fastest growing city on the African continent and one of the fastest growing in the world. As of 2016, the metropolitan area of Abuja is estimated as 6 million people, placing it only behind Lagos as the most popular metro areas in Nigeria. So when it comes to investing in Nigeria, Abuja is arguably the best place to do so. There are some number of reasons why for this chiefly. It's Nigerian capital city, is rapidly developing, it offers a great quality of life. There is not a lot of vacant land available. Land is particularly attractive investment due to be a relatively hands-off way of making money. When you fully comprehend the fact, you understand that Abuja is the place to be, and according to statistics, the best place to buy in Nigeria. Like I said, Abuja is a fantastic place where the quality of living is superb. Less traffic, good road network, better light, security, and it being the capital of Nigeria is likely to also to attract as much investment as we have in Lagos. And the growing population in Abuja keeps increasing because we have a lot of people moving from different parts because of course, the political influence in Abuja and so on and so forth, right? So these are the reasons why Abuja is a fantastic place for investment. And we have an estate in Abuja called Beru Kurudu. And what's fantastic about Beru Kurudu is a green and smart estate, accessible by road network, 24/7 electricity, right? And it's also surrounded by army and police quarters. So one of all our estates, this is the most secure haven that we have. So you have a person that is quite paranoid about kidnappings and so on and so forth. Beryl Estate Kurudu is one of the safest places you can actually live in Nigeria because it's the center of so many security forces, right? We have police quarters, about 4 of them. We have army housing estates, about 4 to 5 of them. We have a police post, we have a police estate, we have barracks surrounding these areas. Right? Of course, we have our own security that are in place in our estates, but when it comes to security, Beru Fort Estate Kurudu is one of the safest places you can actually live in Nigeria. So when it comes to investments, of course, this makes this place a high demand in terms of investment. These are some of the areas that are closer. You can see we have Post-7 housing estates, Deeper Life, Police housing estate, High Beam estate, New Kurudu markets, and so on and so forth. We also have we have Loyola College also close to this area, right? It's about 10 minutes away from here. We have a lot of army housing estate and so on and so forth. So as you can even see the map, this is an area that people are already living. You can see the population around here already, right? So each of these places that we're showing you, they are already populated, right? There are people living here. The estate the road is tarred to the estate. The road into the estate is tarred. It's close to the express as well. Fantastic place for investment. And of course, this is what the estate is going to look like. As you can see, good road network, recreational activities. This is a tennis court. This an amusement park. We have a fountain, and so on and so forth. Fantastic recreational activities. We have a gym. We have a sports bar. And when we call it luxury service port basically means that the road to your estate is starts. Whether you buy 2 acres, 3 acres, 4 acres, you decide to live for 5 years, right? While your investment is growing, the estate is also being developed because we have our own housing units in that estate. We're not waiting for you to come and build on your estate. You can leave it for land banking. We've done all the infrastructures, just like Banana Island now. Currently, my island is selling from 1.3 to 1.4 million per square meter. That's 1 square meter, right? If you're buying 400 square meter, that's about 400 million naira for 1 plot of land, right? And the reason why the value of this is looking like this is because it's a luxury service plot. So you go to Banana Island now, every plot of land that is there, the road to that plot has been tarred. There's electricity already. The estate is already standing. So all you have to do is move in, build your house, and connect to the estate security and so on and so forth. And you're good to go. This is also what we're having in each of our estates, right? For a wrap up, these are previous investors. 30 million, right, from someone that wanted to do land banking. We had a US-based investor that transferred 10 million as well. Someone in Belgium did about 7.5. This is another 5 million. Right, we have other people that paid 15, 10, and so on and so forth. Right, so these are previous investors that we had. Just like we did yesterday, I want to play this testimony that talks about services here in GTEx and how credible that we have.
So I don't waste you guys' time. It's just to lay my experience on why I bought and what I plan to do for the future. I've bought properties in Nigeria, had some missteps, but when I started listening to this gentleman here, I had no other reason but just to buy from him. And when the opportunity came up to buy in Ibadan, I like the way he promotes, and I like the way that he plans, and I like the way that the company itself delivers what they say they're going to do. Not only from him, take him aside, all the staff, they are very professional. In Nigerian that lives here, I've been here 40 years. I'm very proud to be associated with this company. I'm comfortable that my money is in the right place and my property is the right property. I intend to buy more, and I plan to tell people, which I do tell people, about him and GTEx Homes. Now, what sets them different? What sets them different is their professionalism. This is a company that when you begin to deal with them, I promise you first of all think it's not true, because it's beyond what you will be used to in other places. But they're the real deal. I'm proud to be with them. And I can tell you that once you get to know them, you're gonna get pulled into a lot of other things that Steven does. He has this magnet. He's gonna catch you and drag you in just naturally, because there's a lot they do that they bring to the table for all their clients. So I think that's about it. There's more to say, but this is not for me, it's for you. Once again, thank you, Steven.
Okay. One fantastic thing I love about the testimonial was the nature of which we met this man. I think that day we had an inspection in Badon. I think it's Beryl as well. It's a client of Beryl as well. So we had this inspection and he joined on live and he paid that day. Right? We had an offer for Ibadan that day and he paid for it. So we had this conference where we do a lot of feedback, talk to clients, and we had this meeting and it just came up. So it was quite fantastic to hear people to talk about your company after doing business with you. Right. So these part of the things we talk about that we offer in GTEx Homes. We have excellent customer service. We deliver your documents to you anywhere in the world. And again, which is more important, we take care of our investment, because when we are selling land, we're not just telling you to come and buy land. We're telling you to come and buy in what we have already bought. Right. So it's a different thing from someone saying he's selling land for somebody and he does not have a property. We own these properties because we've actually invested. So we are saying we've invested in land banking and we want you to take an opportunity to grow your own wealth, because we've seen what we are doing, we've seen the future, and we believe so much in delivering quality, in doing growing investments. Right? Virtually all our properties that we bought, even when we bought them, they were selling for as little as 1.5 million. We have very less that started selling for 1.5 million in the year 2017 or 2018, yeah, thereabouts. And currently that property is worth 20 million naira. Right? That's the beauty of land banking. That's what land banking can do for you. So we have a lot of clients that bought at that rate, and currently they are what? They are happy. We have this man that is, I think this man bought Beryl selling for 2 million at a point in time, and now Beryl is worth 17 million naira. And today we are giving you the opportunity to buy for what? For 7.5 million naira. So that in the next few months, in a couple of years, you also come and give your testimonies. So how you started land banking, how you started real estate investment with GTEx Homes, how you started with Dr. Stephen Akintayo, how you joined a live webinar, a video, you watch a video on YouTube, watch a video on Facebook, you watch a video on Instagram, and you were convinced on investing in real estate. Also, just a quick recap on the 6 common things people tell themselves. I'm scared of being scammed. I need a lot of money. I'm saving up for my dream location. I know nothing about real estate. I'm scared of the additional fees in real estate, and I'm not in Nigeria. GTEx Home ticks all these boxes and ensures that these 6 things do not stop you from investing in real estate. So what are you waiting for? What is stopping you from investing now? Right. So If you're ready to invest now, I want to just type, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. We have Mr. Stanley Oguna saying, I would like to buy in real estate. Of course, you like to buy. Right, so I will follow up with you and ensure this is done. We have Mr. Stanley on YouTube. Right, so if you want to buy, you can call on this phone number written on this video. You want to purchase any of these properties, the phone number to call is 08188111999. Just text land banking on WhatsApp to 08188111999. Or you can call the number right away. We have a customer service agent and a wealth advisor ready to take your call. Again, the phone number to call is 08188111999. Send a WhatsApp message or make a phone call and someone will be getting to you immediately. Okay, Dr. Steven is not here again. All right, so can we take questions? Any questions? You can write your questions and we'll answer them before we wrap up. Any questions before we wrap up? Any questions? Any questions before we wrap up? Any questions? Any questions? All right, so I believe we come to the end of this webinar, right? So I leave you with just one or two quotes that we have here, right? It's quite actually my favorite quotes in real estate, basically. It's quite actually my favorite quote in real estate. Find out where people are going and buy the land before they get here, right? And we have two fantastic locations, two fantastic properties that are ready for investment, right? We have Berry Estate at Ibadan and we have Berry Fort City, Abuja, right? So if you're not buying real estate, then you are not ready to invest in real estate, meaning you're not ready to build wealth, right? Because real estate is the safest, right? And it's the only form of investment that can be passed from generations to what? To generations. So thank you very much for joining this live video. I'm sure you've gotten value. Tomorrow we'll be having the final day of this webinar, right? Day 4. So we had 8 estates that have gone on promo now. We have Sapphire Estate Ikorodu, we have Jasper Estate Sherry, we have White House, 6 estates. We have White House Aton that has gone as well. We have Buried Estate Asaba, Buried Estate Ibadan, and last but not the least, we had Buried Estate Abuja. So before we wrap up, let's have Dr. Stephen Akinta give us a few words before we end the webinar. Dr. Stephen, you're up, sir.
Well, I hope we learned something great today. Good job, Farouk has taught us more about land banking. Remember the promo we have. If you don't take advantage of it right now, honestly, you're missing out big time. My advice, hurry now, take advantage of the amazing offer we have. And I look forward to seeing you move to the next level. Stanley Obona says, I would love to buy real estate. Why not make a call? The number attached to the screen, or you can send a mail to info@gtexhomes. Again, you don't wait to buy land, you buy land and wait. The best time to buy land is 10 years ago. The next best time to buy land is now. And don't miss this amazing opportunity GTEX is giving you to be able to invest. Stanley is asking, what's the real estate Ibadan? Well, I'll allow Farouk to go over the offer we have and take advantage of it today. We have just 10 units per day, and after that you have to pay the normal price. I love you all. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Bye.
So Stanley, are you here? Yeah, okay, you can hear me now. So again, last but not least, the offer that we have for today for Real Estate Ibadan, we have selling for 17 million, but the offer for today is 7.5 million naira for Beru Golf Estate Ibadan. Also remember that you're getting a waiver worth 7 million naira. A development fee of 4.5 has been waiting for you. A documentation fee worth 2.5 million has been waiting for you. Also, you have a 25% discount on the price of land already for you. Again, if you buy 3 plots and above, you have all expense paid trip to Israel, all expense paid trip to Maldives, or all expense paid trip to Mecca. And if you want to invite your spouse, of course, you add an additional fee and we can get that done for you. Right? Again, the phone number to send a message to or to call is 081 999. 081 999 plus 234 or you can send an email to info@gtexthomes.com. info@gtexthomes.com. Right, again, the price for this property is 17 million naira, but courtesy 25% discount and an additional waiver of 7 million naira. You can pay for this property for 7.5 million naira. Of course, you heard the testimonial from Dr. Michael that talked about him buying burial and our excellent services. Right, so I ensure that you're going to take advantage of this offer. Call this number now, send a message. Also, it's first come, first serve, and our customer service and wealth advisor will attend to you immediately. Right. So at this, I'm going to wrap up the show. Thank you very much for joining us today for day 3 of Land Banking Investment Promo Show. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. We love you. Bye.